Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. So I want to touch base quickly and show you a video that I actually filmed that I actually put together a year ago. I put it together for Janie and her YouTube channel, Dig Plant Water Repeat, but I never put it here. And I was happening to go through my computer and I was going through all my old videos and footage and just clearing stuff out, making a space for new videos, and I ran across this video and it was such a good video where I thought I would post it here. It really specifically covers my gardening advice for colder growing zones and some of my top plants that I grow for my zone 3 in northern Minnesota, but these plants aren't just for zone 3. So a lot of these plants are good up to zone 9. So if you live in a warmer climate, these plants will also work great for you. So I highly recommend you watch it even if you're not in a cold zone, but I just wanted to share this video here. Now keep in mind, I did make this video a year ago, so my garden has changed a lot. But let me show you my garden. I feel like in my zone 3 northern Minnesota, we really don't get much of a spring. It just kind of goes straight from snow to time to plant in the garden. So the first thing I did this year, and I love so much I wanted to talk about it, is I had this pile of rocks. I could not see on the rocks, so my husband told me just plant in it, make it something you love. So that's exactly what I did, and it turned out so well. So that's my part of my advice for you guys. If there's something that you don't really love, make it into something you love. So that's definitely what happened here, and everyone that came over always commented on my rock garden. So one of my favorite plants for the late spring, early summer are lilies, especially Asiatic lilies. They come in all sorts of colors. Of course, I only caught the red ones, and then tiger lilies as well. They are the perfect peachy color, orangey tone. I love them. They are deer and rabbit resistant, another good thing for my area. And then I also do the no dig, no till method like Janie. Highly recommend that for any zone. But I love to just plant it, lay down a thick layer of cardboard, and then top it off with some good mulch. Moving on to summertime, I love hydrangeas, especially these limelight hydrangea standards. They are just beautiful, and I also love sunflowers in the garden. They're not perennials, but they just brighten up the space so much. And I also encourage everyone to have a cut flower garden if you want. I thought being in a zone 3 I wouldn't be able to grow cut flowers, but you definitely can. Rudbeckia, cosmos, zinnias, sunflowers, they're all great options and flowers that really mature quickly to enjoy during the growing season. And I love making bouquets to give away to people. It just brightens everyone's day. Now moving on to another perennial that I love is this ultraviolet luminary phlox from Proven Winners. It is resistant to powdery mildew, which we get a lot of in my area because of all the rain and moisture that we get. This is resistant to it. I didn't see any signs at all, and it just doesn't flop like a lot of the other phlox that I'm used to. Another plant I love is this Goldstrom Rudbeckia. It's actually a zone 4, but it does really, really well in my zone 3. Moving on, I think everyone should have apples. I love apples. My favorite for my area is the Zestar apple. It's sweet, but tart at the same time, loaded with flavor, and it's the juiciest apple you will find. Moving on, I did just a quick little fall arrangement. I don't like to focus on them too much because everything freezes, and I do still plant in the fall. I think as long as the ground's not frozen, I will plant. Moving on to winter time, it's so important to have winter interest, being that we have 6 months of snow. So I love a fountain, statuary. Just make sure you drain your fountains before it freezes so they don't crack. I love ornamental crab apples, and then also the berries feed the birds, and I love multi-purpose. Also anything with arbors or trellises, they look so beautiful with snow. And evergreens, of course, they will always look good in the winter time. So my number one advice I could think of for other zone 3 gardeners is, like I said, we have 6 months of snow, at least I do in Minnesota, and about 3.5 months of active growing season where we are actually growing things. So if you don't like it, move it, get rid of it, give it away, dig it up if it's half dead. Don't
just limp things along if you're not happy with it. I'm constantly transplanting things. I'll plant something one year and then the next year I get a new plant that I think would look perfect in a certain area. So I have no problems at all moving things around, making it something I really, really love. So don't spend your time limping things along or just living with a half a garden that you kind of like. Make it yours and make it something you truly, truly love.
Okay, you guys, that was the video. If you followed Janie, you probably have already seen that video. I know I got a lot of new subscribers when Janie showed that on her channel, so thank you, Janie. But I hope you guys pick something up from that video that I just shared you, whether it was a new plant to try or just advice. If you don't love your garden, don't be afraid to change it and make it into something you really love. When I first started gardening, I thought I had to, if there was one green leaf on it, I was going to try to limp it along and save it. And I just realized that's just not where I'm at in my zone 3 garden. It's such a tiny growing zone or growing season already. It's so short where I'm really focusing on making it into something I truly, truly love. But that is it. I hope you guys have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.